This is Domly here. Yes, I am 28 years old, and I'm going to explain you 28 things that I have learned in 28 years of living this earth. Remember to subscribe, press the notification button so that you can see future videos. I'm going to be having a lot of videos out there for you to see and enjoy and know things and learn. So for number one, I try to understand people. I try to understand why people behave a certain way. Not only I'm this way, my older brother's that way, and we will talk and try to comprehend. I'm not an expert, but this times, like, we were thinking and we will think why someone behave a certain way, and we tend to think alike and have that same idea, like, yeah, that person behaved this way because of blah 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 blah. And I don't know, like, I'm not an expert, but like I say, but it's like something that I just enjoy doing. I enjoy trying to understand people. That's the reason why for so many years I would listen to Yala Fix My Life, and she's that kind of person who's just like, she's a life coach, but she's good at understanding people because she's the one who's been through so much. She's been through so much, and she's willing to help people, and she has that ability to comprehend people. I do too, but I think she's more of an expert than I am. So it's kind of weird saying this, but I feel like for number two, I had to learn to listen to my gut. I had to learn, because what I realized after finishing college, while I was a college student, I was constantly busy, and like any other college student, busy with schoolwork and try to sort out your life and figure out your life, what you want to do. For me, I felt like I didn't give myself that very moment of finishing college. I didn't give myself time to really focus on what do I really want. I just pick a career, okay, human resources, and for me, I pick it, but it wasn't in my heart, the fact that this is what I want to do. But thank God, after college, somehow I just got myself together. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna figure out, even while I was focused on human resources and try to go for that as a career, I realized that I realized marketing is for me. And then much later on, when I joined, this whole thing is a long story, but eventually, as I started to listen to myself and eventually start and doing researching and do my own experience, I know fully what I want. Now, what I want to do than anything else in the world is basically do social media, be a lifestyle influencer in Instagram, YouTube, and being a blogger. Those are the most important things I want. There's a saying for people who are entrepreneurs. There's a saying that says, this is number 3. Work hard. Actually, don't work hard, work smart. So I learn and understand what that means. So because of that, especially now, the fact that I've been focusing on not only making videos and being a blogger, I'm also been focused on trying to sell products, which that is passive income. So, and with passive income, you just basically, you're doing something, but when you're doing that thing that you're doing, that passive income, multiple stream of income, you don't have to work like this. For number 4, I do like to be different. I'm not that kind of a person that feel like I have to follow this, follow that, or every single trend. Only if I feel like inside of me that it feels good. In my personal Instagram page, I put down, I'm in my own little world. There's a reason for that. Years ago, I would go get my nails done. At that time, I would use acrylic. Now I would use SNS. It was popular to have like short nails. I just didn't want short nails. I want long nails. Sometimes, very rare, I would have short nails, but usually I would have long nails. And because of that, people will compliment me and try to make sure the nails look nice, nice colors. If I had to design them, make sure it looked really nice. Well, I don't design them myself, but the nail technician would do it. And I'll tell the nail technician how I want it to be done. And I would get compliments all the time. So it's always good to be different so you can stand out. Yes. So for number 5, I am creative. So if there's something that I'm doing, like say for example, like me making videos, it has to be creative. It has to look on point, and it's not gonna look like maybe the best video in the world. But at the same time, I have to make sure, I got my ring light. I have to make sure that I use my app just so I can make sure, use my app, look at the video, make sure it's everything on point. So I like being creative. If I'm not creative, if I'm not doing something different, it's boring. I'm sorry, it's boring. I cannot see myself making a video that where there is nothing going on. There is no, there is no words. There is no other things to show in it. So for number 6, travel. I haven't traveled all over the place. I have traveled to a few different places. I have traveled to Canada. I've been the most. I've been there like 4 times. Montreal, Canada. People might think, oh, it's Niagara Falls. No, it's not Niagara Falls. It's actually Montreal, like literally that French speaking area. And I just kind of felt like I was in France for some reason. I haven't been there since I was 12. We used to go there almost every 2 years at that time. And I've been to Haiti and Dominican Republic. I can't remember, it was since 2009 or something. It could 2009. I went to the Caribbean for the first time, and that's about it. But I do want to travel. I want to see what's more out there. And some places some countries, I'm not sure if I would go to for whatever reason, whatever that's going on in our country. If I feel like, if I do my research and I realize something is off about that country, the crimes are insane. Like if I realize it's happening if I realize there's a country and then there's crimes happening all over that country or whatever is going on, I am not going there. I'm blessed that I'm no longer in Pennsylvania. I left the state to move to Florida, and personally it's like a fresh start from life. It's hard to put in words, so I believe I'm down to number 7. So yeah, number 7. Personally, it's like a full breath of fresh air. Pennsylvania, where I grew up, is boring. And I just got sick of it. I got sick of living outside of Philadelphia. I got sick of going to Philadelphia. And that's where I'm originally from, Philadelphia. But I need to be somewhere, a fresh start in life. And I need to, it's hard to put words. It's hard to elaborate this. But I need to be in a different state or a completely different area, just so I can live the life that I want to. So for number 8 is online marketing. I actually thought about doing marketing, as in like just go out there and have work in a career job doing marketing. I'm not sure if I would do that because I did thought about it, but I feel like with online marketing, it's great. It's a great way to get my feet wet. If I want to in the future, maybe work for someone else. Technically, I don't want to, but I like the fact that you sell things, you can sell it, but at the same time, you can buy it. So, I wouldn't say buy it, but you try it. Whatever stuff that you're using, whatever stuff that you're selling on Instagram or on YouTube, you basically, you try for yourself, and so other people can see, okay, this is what you're doing. It's this thing that you have on is great. Whatever thing you have, this thing works. It looks good on you. Blah, 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 blah. That's gonna allow other customers to want to buy it too. Down to number 9, and I used to join this network company. They did discuss about how like it's about finances, and they discussed like a lot of people don't save in America. So I was pretty surprised. Like I couldn't even imagine, being up in age and closer to retirement and not being able to save. So a huge majority of Americans in our culture, we don't save. But it's a big deal to go out and buy like Starbucks or Wawa. Yes, I'm guilty of that too. I don't say I'm kind of guilty of that too. Say I'm not real guilty, very guilty, but there's times I kind of feel a certain way. But yes, so I know the importance of having to save money. It's so important. And I learned from another YouTuber the importance of how she, at a young age, saved money. Now she has a house in Milan, Italy. All right, so for number 10, this is kind of my phobia. I don't want to be around people who are just, I don't know if I can say crazy or weird, or I don't know what's the right word to interpret. If they're doing weird behaviors, nonsense behavior that's not gonna benefit from me, it's not gonna help me surround myself with those kind of crazy people, that's not my thing. I just want to just step off and just be like, I don't want to be around. I learned that it's always look good. It's my thing to buy a nice outfit. It always look good when you buy a nice outfit. And the fact that, this is number 11, when you buy a nice outfit, you stand out. What I learned, even though I feel like when I try to buy like a nice purse or look good myself, I feel like there's times I stand out because not everybody try to look their best. I do have my moments where I'm like, let me look good. Let me look good for it before I walk out the door. But the weird part is the fact that I feel like I just stand out a little too much. And I'm not trying to look super dressy, put on a dress on. No, I don't even like dress. Maybe the dressy one, but I'm not a dress person. That's not my thing. But it can kind of feel a little. For number 12, I did thought about being a teacher when I was in high school. At the very end of high school. The reason why I thought about it because my favorite movie was Freedom Writers. I had teachers, 2 or 3 teachers that actually mentioned that they enjoying being a teacher. I think it could have been more than that mentioned they enjoy being a high school teacher. One teacher mentioned that if that teacher mentioned that if I win the lottery, I will continue to teach. That's how much that person enjoy being a teacher. And I was like, wow, maybe I should be a teacher. So I had my first degree in secondary education and the first college. But when I close to finishing, I decided, let me focus on psychology. Let me finish this degree, change my major by the time I go to a university. So I changed my major. I didn't want to be a teacher anymore. I want to do something else different. Now, the weird part is the fact that if I told myself, if I were to teach, it would literally be teach English students, mostly adults, teach English students online, or maybe in the future, if I feel comfortable, teach abroad, but teach online. I learned that I have to, this is number 13, I learned the fact that I have to stand up for myself because there are just people out there who are just insane. I am different. I'm doing something that not everybody else is doing, and trying to I'm doing this is for my happiness, and eventually I'll make money out of this and live out of this, which is amazing. But I have to stand up for myself because if I were to for people who, what's the word? People who know what I'm doing, they're going to be quick to judge. And I have to have that thick skin. So for number 14, I am a private person. Literally, I am private. Whatever things that I'm doing, I may tell certain people, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I may tell maybe a certain amount of people. For most people, I try to keep myself shut. For number 15, I decided to me, this is one thing that maybe not everybody will understand fully, that make my life easier. I actually started getting myself in that habit last week. I was like, you know what? Let me think about the future. So whatever I'm doing now is going to prepare me for the future, but at the same time, have that mindset like I'm doing it. It's hard to explain it, but have that mindset. Like, for example, I focus on beauty. My industry is beauty and show beauty products. But in the future, I want to show not only beauty products, I want to show traveling things. That's something I can't see myself just doing beauty by itself. I want to see myself seeing people, knowing the fact that I want to travel. I want to see the world. That's something I wish I have done a long time ago. But I just wasn't able to afford to do that, to live that kind of lifestyle. And for me, in my mind, I have to tell myself, not only the fact that I am a lifestyle influencer, but on top of this, who show beauty products, I am a lifestyle influencer, show beauty products, and someone who travels. I would say for number 16, YouTube is really what gives me clarity. It's not, even though I did start off first as an Instagrammer, but YouTube is really like, I can look at a bunch of YouTubers and I can be influenced by them. I can learn from them, even though YouTube is like a second Google. And I can not only that learn from them, it gives me more of an idea how I can live my lifestyle the fullest and feel completely satisfied. Like, literally, Google is so powerful. Google is amazing. I'm pretty sure the person who's ahead of Google is rich. I'm pretty sure, because literally I have more clarity in life and how I want to live. That's one of the reasons why I have clarity in how I want to live, just by, I'll say the main reasons, going through. Okay, so this is random, but for number 17, no one can really live in pain. That's what I learned, as human beings, when we're suffering, or especially when you're suffering in silence, the pain, if you don't do anything about it, the pain bubble ups. It gets worse and worse and worse. It gets to a point where it can affect your health. Just whatever you're feeling up here can affect your health. And not only that, it can affect your health. You can even die in, just feeling so much pain emotionally, feeling that intense pain, that pressure all the time. No one can live on that much pain. That's why it's always, as human beings, it's always good to be happy. We're not meant to be sad. If we're sad too much all the time, it can eventually cause me depression. That could be a sign of depression. If we're angry all the time, like, it can affect your heart. So that can cause like chest pains and heart disease. What else? If you're stressed, all kinds of problems, all kinds of random problems stress can cause. Yeah, we're not meant to be feeling down. As human beings, we're supposed to be happy, because when you're happy, your body's happy. So for number 18, well, for so many years, I always tried different foods. I learned the fact that just trying food that I eat at home and food outside is not always enough. It's always good to step out of your comfort zone and try what's out there. There's so many delicious food that people make. I tried a whole bunch of food, like literally. I have tried Caribbean food. I have tried African food, Latino food, Asian food, you name it. I tried a whole bunch of food. I haven't tried every single place, but literally they are so delicious. Many of them are extremely delicious. I'm not sure, I think I must have tried Middle Eastern food somehow, but I can't remember on the top of my head. But literally, this is like, yeah, I tried Turkey. That's Middle Eastern. And I believe I must have tried another country too. But literally, like, it's great. It's crazy at the fact that I tried so many different foods out there. I would say for number 19, I can draw, but I am not an expert. I can draw if you want me to draw. Like, I'm really good at drawing people. I guess not everyone has that ability. What I learned is the fact that, because I was able to draw, I'm not a very artistic human being. I'm just average. And I was able to draw. I have the ability to draw, but most people, not a lot of people, can really draw. That's what I had to learn. I thought that people could draw, because I could draw, and I'm not the best drawer out there, but I could draw. I thought, oh, okay, other people can do the same thing. So for number 20 is being independent. So I try to get myself together. This times I slack off at times, and I see it is so important to be independent. Like, literally, because when you're independent, you have freedom. You have the freedom to pick and choose how you want to do things. You have the freedom, and of course, a lot of time when you're independent, you're on your own. So you always have to make sure you always have to wash your back. And when you're independent, you're choosing to live your own lifestyle. You get to a point where you don't want to allow anyone to, well, let me not curse, but mess up your life, put you down or say all kinds of crazy things. Like, you just can't, for some reason, you can stand on your own feet. Being independent is like one of the most, being independent, being able to choose how you want to live financially and whatever you want to do in life. I mean, it's one of like the best experience ever, literally ever. So for 21, I'm really not an extrovert. I'm actually an introvert. And I'm an introvert, but I do like to talk to people. Do like to make friends and stuff like that. But the good thing about being an introvert is the fact that I can have alone time to myself. When I have alone time to myself, it's either I'm daydreaming, or I'm just at peace, or I'm looking at most of the time I'm always on YouTube. I'm on YouTube all the time. I'm always trying to research, learn things. Like, it just becomes my hobby. This basically becomes my hobby. So, and I don't have any friends here. I just moved here. I still don't have friends. And I just focus on what makes me happy. For 22, I think exercising is great. When you do exercising, I just have been lazy. That's what I learned with myself. It's like, I think it's great to have, like, I don't know what it is. Like, for some reason, I should be exercising early in the morning before I even do anything. Because there are people, entrepreneurs who do that. There are actually people who actually exercise. One thing that they do, and meditate before they start their day. For me, I feel like that's an important thing to do. And exercising is not only good for you physically, physically, but it's also good for you mentally. Number 23, basically, whatever I'm doing online, blogging, social media, Instagram, that is my life. This is something I can't live without than anything else. Almost anything else in the planet. This is something I can't live without. I'm also thinking about, I won't say I'm thinking about, but I do want to be able to teach and tutor students from different countries online. That's something I also want to do. But literally, like, my business is my. So for number 24, I do like vegan food. I'm not a vegan, but I don't know, as human beings, I don't know if we're not meant to have vegan, what's the right word? I'm not sure if we're not meant to have meat or any other animal-based um animal-based food or animal-based beverages. I don't know about that. Personally, I don't know. But I just know the fact that what's going on right now, it's like I can't speak of all different countries. Like I believe in the Caribbean, their meats are probably fresher. And here it's just basically they put hormones. In America, they put hormones on, I believe it was chicken or rooster, hormones on them. I can say like fish in the sea, they have like mercury. That's what I heard. They have mercury, so you always have to still like, I don't know, like I can't say that we're not meant to have those kind of food. I heard that anyway, like the weird thing is the fact that I don't know if we're not meant to have those food, but I just know the fact that it's best to, in my opinion, I think it's best to stay away from those kind of food that have like, stay away from it or minimize it, something like that. So for number 5, no, that's it, number 5. For number 25, I actually thought I have patience. That's what I thought in my head. But I don't have patience. Like whatever I want in life, I got to a point where I reached that level where I want it now. And then in order for me to get it now, reality is the fact that I have to push much harder to get to what I. Well, yeah, for 26, usually I am a kind person, and even if you come up to me and you want me to do something, if you're some stranger, you want me to do something like be part of your, I don't know, network marketing, whatever whatever you're doing, or if you want me to do just something, maybe let's say you have a business, or someone has a business, you give me a business card. I may not be interested, but I'll just take the card out of respect. So I might just, even though inside of me I'm like, nah, I don't want this at all. But at the same time, I would take the business card, be kind to the person. Like I don't want to be rude. I'm not that kind of person. I want to be snappy, because it's not a good impression. I don't want to be way too snappy, but a lot of times I try to be kind. The only time I may snap when I'm really like inside of me, I feel tick off. That's when I like. For 27, a lot of people say that many people say I'm funny. Even I had an old friend of mine years back said I'm actually comedian funny. I don't think I'm comedian funny. I just believe that there's that funniness in me. I don't know, because my older brother, he's funny himself. So I don't know if it's like a gene that passed down to me. I end up funny. He's actually funnier. Like he's like, if you really know him, like he's too funny. So we got down to 28, and we made it to 28. Yes, we did. Now this is really important, especially if you have a business. And actually, you know what? I wouldn't say just having a business. I would just say just being an adult. This is what I learned. One YouTuber mentioned that the best thing to invest is to invest in yourself. That's what that person meant. So for me, it's like whatever that I'm doing, my entrepreneur, whatever I'm doing in my life has to do with me. Whatever that, if I have to buy a course, if I'm buying a course from my coach, I'm investing, but I'm doing it. I'm not buying the course for her. I'm buying the course for myself. Thank you for sticking with me towards the end. I know it's been like 28 information that, of course, I know more than 28 things There's more than 20 things that I've learned in my life for 20 years. But it feels good to be able to explain that and how people can know a little bit more about me. So all I want you to do is make sure you subscribe, like, leave a comment, and share. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.